Yo, this is Jeric. Welcome to the podcast, episode 2, Electric Boogaloo. Are you good?
No, I'm Evan. But are you good?
Yeah, I'm decent, bro. I'm decent. So we were just talking about how you been doing, right? You got a job, or you just had your interviews and things are going well for you.
You just spoiled it.
Oh fuck. My bad, dude. But yeah, no, like I was talking about how you did your interview.
Yeah.
How did that go? Like pretty well.
Yeah, so what we said back in the first episode, I had 2 interviews. I forgot if I said 1 or 2, but I had 2 interviews in the first episode. And oh damn, I got a job offer from both of them.
I forgot that they both
offered me, and I had to like pick between the 2.
So what was this? Maybe it's not a good question to ask, but like, what was the deciding factor?
The benefits,
yeah,
or like
yeah.
what? Yeah, okay. So it was a tough one because they're both remote work, which is what I wanted. Like computer science type beat, you live and eat at home and everything.
Yeah,
it's fully remote, so I'm able to work from home, and that's what I really want because I did an internship before and it was in the office, and office work is horrible, man. Because you know how salary work is, so you don't actually have to work 8 hours. It's just you kind of roughly 40 hours a week. But then with that, it's like you're kind of locked in there for like 8 hours, so 8.5 because you get unpaid lunch for some of these companies. So the deciding factor was they both paid the same. Yeah, they both had similar benefits. They both well, actually, one was an internship / contract. The other was full-time employment. So I thought, okay, one will probably have better. They really pride themselves on the family-like environment, and I think that was just so cool. Like I want to be able to. Like, I don't want them to see them as coworkers. I want to see them as kind of friends too. Yeah. Because when you're working with people you like and you trust and stuff, it makes it so much better. Like you try working with strangers, like to say like a group project at school. You get paired with people you don't even know. Like it just kind of sucks.
It's iffy, and then you kind of have to deal with like the weakest link and make sure.
Yeah, like it's kind of like the in between working with your friends and working with randos. Because with randos, you don't know them at all, right? Yeah. With friends, you're gonna mess around too much. I mean, like just even before we started,
but like we can keep each other in check and like
but that's why like the in between you can keep each other in check and you can like you're still professional. You get your shit done. Because like even before this recording this episode, we messed around for like 2 hours straight.
Bro, we messed around, played with ballad songs, and we went to Tim's.
They're fake ones. They're illegal here. They're fake.
They're fake. They're fake. There's no blade.
There's no blade.
And then we hit Tim's, came back, and just started talking about this shit.
Yeah.
And now we're ready.
Hit the nearest Tim's, got our ice caps. It's like 6 o'clock, so we're not going to sleep tonight.
It's we'll see. We'll be all right.
I'm very caffeine sensitive.
go to sleep to that. But yeah, no, like we were talking about your interview.
Yeah, so
how that went.
That's how I ended up picking. Like to answer that question finally.
That everything just lined up, and you ended up picking that because things were perfect for that situation, right? For what you wanted specifically.
Yeah, like I think that in the long run, I think this will be a good choice. With this other company that I picked. I'm going to go like for company events, like get to really know them, like just have fun with them. Like there's the person I'm working under, she's fairly younger. So I think that like I can actually like build real connections. Yeah. And I think that's
there's some kind of synergy within that age range.
Yeah.
There's not too much of a generational gap.
Yeah. And also, this company interviewed me twice. The other one only interviewed me once.
Oh.
So it was a 15-minute interview, the first one, like on this company. Yeah. Company A. And that's one that offered me and I said no to, but I didn't really know them. But then company 2, they interviewed me 2 times. Each of them was half an hour long. So I had like a whole hour to get to know the whole team. Yeah. Like I even talked to the CEO too. Yeah. And they all seemed like pretty chill.
So just to get back on track and stuff, we were talking about how like, kids within your field are a little more, awkward when it comes to like that public, like, speaking stuff or just talking to other people or like trying to relate, et cetera, et cetera. Their EQ is low.
Computer science kids are socially inept.
Yes.
Is what you're trying to say.
Yeah. But yeah, so like I want to know because we always knew you as someone who could really relate and just talk to, people properly. I feel like you like are really good at those interviews and your EQ is pretty high enough for you to.
You are overvaluing me too much, my friend.
Hey, bro, I put you high on a pedestal.
I mean, I guess I am 2 for 2 on interviews with job offers.
Mm-hmm. So just explain. How your like interview went and like your comfortability with like all that stuff because again like people within those comp sci kids are struggling with it.
Okay, so as a comp sci kid myself, computer science kid, I think every field, I mean everybody always says like the people who just don't have any social skills, but
I'm not trying to sorry for generalizing, but yeah,
I think statistically computer science kids generally have a higher percentage of people that can't really speak because actually I talked to one of my friends his dad owns a company, like a tech company. And when they interview people, they meet so many smart people who know exactly what they're doing, but they can't talk. They can't express their thoughts, their opinions. And then that screws them over. They can't get a job because of that. Like they're so smart, but they just can't get a word out, right?
Yeah.
And I think, I'm not really good with public speaking either, or just speaking in general. I mean, you got to build that skill up. It's social skills. It's a skill. Like, it's in the name.
It's a different muscle. You kind of have to just keep building.
Yeah, like the thing is, you're gonna screw up. You're gonna I said some wrong things during interviews and stuff. So I could go back to the interviews actually.
Oh yeah.
My first interview, I was sweating, man. I was so nervous. Yeah. I remember I was wearing this shirt, and like after, I think it was like dripping down my it was bad. Like it wasn't not dripping. That sounds worse than it was. Like I'm not like a wet bastard, but I was sweating during the interview. I was like, holy crap! Like it was my first interview. I was like, when I first went in there, I was just thinking, okay, you know what? First interview, a lot of people don't get callbacks, so I didn't really have much expectations. I haven't done an interview since I was 15 or something. Yeah. So I was like, I'm shitting myself here, and I don't know what I'm doing. But then it's just a process, right? Like you're gonna mess up, you're gonna do interview after interview, you're gonna get better at it, and then even by the third interview, like the second one of the second company, I was already feeling much better.
So for me, when I was doing my interviews, I always was kind of offered the jobs in a way. So prior to like going in, I would always have a reference from a friend and stuff. So like when I went in, they were like, I would go in with them already being like, you're already hired. We just have to go through the interview process.
That's nice.
You know what I mean? So that's always how it was until I started trying to do like dance teaching jobs. Okay. Yeah. So those ones were like rough because they ask you like so many different things. They're talking about money, like, oh, what's your hourly rate? And if you're doing this by yourself, it's like, and so I would give them like the hourly rate of like my company or like the company that I am working with, and it's like way too high, and I'd be like, I'm gonna settle. I could definitely settle for less.
No, don't ever. You always gotta overvalue yourself.
No, for sure,
because it's a negotiation.
Yeah. So how it works is I would do like maybe $80 more.
Okay.
Like per hour.
Whoa.
It would be $80 more. Well, because it's dance. So when I'm teaching this thing, it takes like weeks to prepare. Mm-hmm. It takes weeks to like set up a plan, and then it takes weeks to like train yourself.
It's like a personal trainer. So like exactly. I mean, those guys get paid a good amount. I actually don't
like a lot per session.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, you have to train people. You have to teach them, and that means you have to build a plan for them, a personalized plan. So that's going to cost extra.
Yeah. So then when you're teaching these things, it takes like a lot of time. So you have to appreciate that and pay for it, right? Yeah. And then you also have to take into account that if I'm teaching, those classes are definitely only going to be 1 hour long. So per session, you're getting a shit ton of money, right? Yeah. So that price range is understandable. So I told her I would do it for $60 an hour. Mm-hmm. $60 an hour, that's pretty decent. But with COVID and everything, like, the prices are dropping, the demand is dropping.
Wait, prices are dropping?
Prices are dropping because people aren't vaxxed, so they can't come into
you're trying to bring demand up. Yeah. Through lower prices. Okay, yeah, because I was going to say, like, dude, inflation, everything should be going up.
No, prices are dropping for, like, the studio specifically.
Okay.
Because people can't come and just do the same things as it freely like they used to do pre-COVID. Yeah. But, like, so that, and I gave her a really good price value. Yeah. And then she dropped the price. She was like, I'm going to do it. You can do it for 40. She like looked at me and she was
60,
like,
and then
I asked for 60 and she gave me 40, which is pretty good considering the COVID, like, COVID and just like.
So you're okay with that?
I'm okay. I'm completely okay with it. Okay. But then I messaged her like, yo, I'll take the job. Let me know when you can start and just give me a call if you have any questions or concerns or whatever. Okay. And then she ghosted me. She ghosted me. She didn't fucking respond to me at all.
Wait, is she hiring you?
She's hiring me.
But she asked for lower.
And then, yeah.
But you accepted the 40.
She asked for lower. I accepted the 40. And then she ghosted me.
What? But she offered you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that happened. And then I was like, fuck it. After like a couple of days of her not responding to me, I was like, I'm just going to rent out the studio. I'm going to start teaching classes for like.
By yourself. Like you're by myself. So you're kind of like a self-employed.
Self-employed. And then I pay I ask, it's like a $10 drop-in. Yeah, maybe $15, $20. I'll decide how like good my quality is.
Yeah, just start with a really low price, and then because it's kind of like amateur work right now, right? Yeah. So then you get some sort like a reputable I guess, reviews, I guess.
Yeah, got a good clientele and like just
build your clientele, and then that's the best way to say it.
People show up, and now I'm making big bank.
Ooh, that's actually exciting, man. I didn't know that you were doing that.
I've been putting in work, but it's also been like a super like depressing week. Like I developed some demons this week.
Oh no, yeah, because you were saying last week we were supposed to do the podcast last week, but
but some things were holding me back. Is more of like a mental thing than anything.
That's fine. Take care of your brain first, man.
Yeah.
Are you good?
I'm good.
You're good.
No, I'm Jeric.
No, man, what the fuck?
we use the joke.
Stupid dad joke.
Just dad jokes all the time.
Well, then, actually, you know what? You've been asking me so many questions. I'm going to ask you a question. I feel like it's always like a one-sided thing here. So, like, you started doing the dancing, right? When did you start doing that?
I started when I was 12 years old, actually. So, I was in Cali.
You've been dancing for a long time.
For a long, long time. I was in Cali, and then I was with my cousins and my brother. My brother like locked me in a room. And he's like, this is how you break dance. What the hell? He locked me in a room with my cousins and he's like, you're gonna learn how to break dance.
Dude, this is like some origin shit from a Marvel movie.
It's legit. I'm a fucking villain today, bro. This is my origin story. Yeah, no, this is how I started up. He did all that. I slowly fell in love with like breakdancing. And then from there, I was in this youth group. So we had these like dance teams back then. And as a youth, just growing up, every single year we would do like 2 or 3 competition things.
Okay.
But like we just do like choreography and stuff. And it led me up to this day. And then my brother did the exact same thing. He locked me in a room and he said, you're gonna learn crump.
You're gonna learn crump.
He said you're gonna learn crump. So I learned crump, and then again I just fell in love with it, and it's become part of me. It's sacred.
Yeah, so you've been doing this for actually a decade now. You're 22.
More than a decade, actually.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, you're 22.
22, yeah.
Old bastard.
Old bastard.
No, I'm old too.
We're old.
We're old, dude. We're both 22.
Bro, our homie's about to turn 23 in December.
We name drop it?
Name drop Miko.
Miko?
Miko's
Hey Miko, how you doing? Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast, baby.
Damn. All right. Here, we can take a little pause right now, actually.
Take a pause. Let's get it going.
And we're back. Welcome to the second part of the Don't say that.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. Welcome to the second part of the podcast. I hope you enjoyed our smooth tunes.
So, just to get back to the point, we were talking about crump.
Mm-hmm.
We are talking about my dancing and stuff, my love for dancing and whatnot.
We got locked in a room.
Got locked in a room.
But then he also became a crump god.
I became not a god, but I became a crump king. I'm a king, baby.
Crump king.
Crump
That's king shit.
That's king shit. But yeah, so my entire dance journey and just like my crump journey in general, it's been a little hard. When you like initially get into something, you kind of love it. You love it a lot, and you like get to enjoy all the aspects of it.
Like that's what got you into the thing in the first place, right?
Yeah,
like
into the thing, not just dance, but like everything in general.
Yeah, like any interest you have, like you have that initial spark that then you keep doing it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then as you get to know it, and as you get to get better at that one thing, I feel like you start to either get a little too serious, or it ends up hurting you. Yeah,
like I mean, if I want to relate this real quick to, I used to play this game I mentioned in the first episode, Brawlhalla. It's this fighting game. I got good at it. I went from just enjoying with friends to like literally like just grinding in my basement, just like getting to diamond. And then I realized this isn't fun anymore. Like you go from like, hey, this is a fun little thing I do in my spare time to like, oh my God, this is all consuming and I hate it now.
Yeah.
And that's exactly, I can relate to that perfectly, man.
It's crazy. The point is knowledge creates pain.
Knowledge creates
it
pain.
Hurts, man.
It hurts,
just like not being, or like losing that ignorance that you had, it makes everything so much more gray and serious and dull.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh man,
it's either you're pushing yourself really hard to become the best, like, oh, I'm sweaty, I'm gonna become a god, what I mean, that kind of thing, or it just ends up kind of consuming you and your time.
Yeah, like if I can relate this back to another personal thing is my YouTube channel. Yeah. Like I've been doing it for a year now. I've been making videos, but the thing is, there's a reason why I only make like 2 videos a month. I don't like crank out videos and like that's all I do because I want videos to stay fun. And now that I'm going to be getting a job soon, I mean, like this is supposed to be in my spare time fun thing. Like I'll probably be uploading a lot less. I'm going to make, I actually have like 2 videos lined up about stuff like that. So just make sure you stay subscribed. And yeah, no, I just don't want it. I wanted to keep fun, so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be doing this for like 40 hours a week because I got a day job like that. That's consuming my time. Yeah,
Things that have bigger priorities in our lives, you know.
yeah. Like I mean, like I said, it'd be awesome to do. You go to podcast and YouTube full time, but I'm not there yet. And also, if I do that, like who knows? It could actually, I could be from pleasure to just like it could be a grind.
It could definitely. I definitely see like a lot of people doing podcasts and stuff, and just like seeing the gradual decline in their emotional state. You can see it on their faces, man.
Yeah, like they their first episode, they're so having so much fun. Like even like that's the thing. Even with this podcast, you know, I don't want this to be like
dude. Like we show up and then we kind of just have fun.
Like like we're not making any money off this, but at the same time we do it because it's fun, right?
Yeah,
it's just two boys in a basement like banging it out. I'm scrapping that.
Two boys in the basement just banging it out. We fucking it out, baby.
We're fucking it out. We're just having fun here, but yeah, like you got to keep it light and fun because like the more you learn, like it's not the more you learn, but the more you just really dive into it, like you'll start seeing these things that just it's more of a grind than fun than when you remember it. You always want to you never really want to take yourself too seriously. You always want to have that childlike thing especially when it comes to things that you love, because like I'm here more so that I want to hang out with you than silent. Shut that shit up.
Silence it is.
Yeah, his phone went off.
But you know, what was I saying?
Like you want to hang out with
me? You know, I have more fun just hanging out with you than like I don't come here just to like let's do podcasts. Yeah. Podcast is the excuse for us to hang out. Yeah. Because we rarely do.
I should go in silent now. Fuck it. No, my phone just went off.
Double the silence.
Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, like it's like an excuse to hang out, but then also we don't just like podcast come for 1 hour. I'm not gonna block out for an hour. Okay, bro, like you're on my time now. Like no. Like we're just chilling here. Like this episode is probably gonna be like 20 minutes or something, and then here we are. We've been hanging out for hours, like just procrastinating.
We met up at 4. It's already 7, bro.
Wait, we met.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, we've been hanging, and this is a 20 minute podcast.
Hey, at least you're caffeine juiced up, though.
Yes, sir. All day. Let's get back on a serious note. Mm-hmm. Crazy question.
Yes.
Let's talk about love. We'll talk about love. Let's talk about love. Okay. So it's a hard question to ask, but what is your definition of love?
You're asking me?
Let me tell you mine.
Start with you, because this is a tough one.
Yeah, because it helps you, and if it helps you think of like something, you know, that you believe in, then let me know. Stop me as we go.
Okay.
So I believe that love is, aside from like all the chemical reactions, hormones, blah blah blah, love is like an absolute care for someone.
Yes.
Right. I feel like we talked about this earlier, but yeah, like you care about someone.
So like unconditional, conditional.
Well, I feel like you know. All love is everything is conditional.
Yeah, like I don't think true unconditional love really exists. I mean, like if my girlfriend goes and kills somebody, then I don't know if like.
Well, okay, it's a different story because like, say one of my boys get into like some kind of conflict or something, they're in trouble, they need help. I will definitely 100% be there, you know, to have your back because I love y'all.
100%.
And like, you know, I just feel like it doesn't have to be in a romantic way.
Yeah, like you love your homies.
Yeah, love your homies, love your parents, etc., etc. It's an absolute love.
You gotta tuck your homies in at night.
Yeah. And if you don't kiss your homies at night, bro, fuck you.
Bro, fuck you.
Your friends gotta get real friends. Yeah, come on. That's how that works.
Wait, you guys don't kiss each other at night?
Well, I thought that's how it works, bro.
Cringe.
Bro, you don't suck them off, bro. You don't give them the top.
You guys don't do sloppy toppy before bed.
When your boy's sad, you don't homie slop.
This is a sus podcast now. Like, I'm gonna have to put it as explicit.
But yeah, so let's go into nitty gritty. With that definition of love, love is an absolute care for someone.
Okay.
Would you be okay with like letting that person go? Say like they find like a job opportunity or just an opportunity in life where they can live in a better state, far, far away from you.
Like, oh, it's like physical location. They're gone.
Physical location, but then they have like a better mental state, a better physical state, like a, you know, beautiful city. They're happy there. Yeah. They're happy there. And then they find you +5.
So I'm water plus, and then like
they're water plus.
Yeah, they drink 6 liters of water. I only drink 3. Okay, well,
come on.
I drink a lot of water. I piss a lot of pee as the cycle goes. So
piss a lot of Yeah, like so. I don't know because like with that definition, with my definition, it would like yeah, 100%.
You'd let them go for that.
Aside, okay, again, like chemical and like just emotional everything aside, because I care for them, because I love them, because I care for them with like all my heart, I would want them to be in a better place,
Yeah,
even if it's not with me.
That's fair. That's really good though. I think that's, I mean, overall, I mean, you will get over it. It's not, it's like, yeah, it'll suck.
Oh no, dude, no, though. I would be destroyed. If if this exact situation happened to me right now, I wouldn't be okay with it.
I mean, I could picture that. I could use my girlfriend as an example. Like if she just disappeared, but then also she's not disappeared, but like she's happier over there.
So say your girl, she moves to Australia, and then she meets water plus 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 plus, and you know y'all are still together, but you know she's just having like a blast over there.
Yeah,
and she's just absolutely happy, and she's around a dude who's just like super amazing.
Just like me plus plus.
Yeah, you plus plus.
So I'm just me, and then that's me plus plus over there in
exactly.
Australia.
in Australia, and she's just having a blast. Like, bro, if that happened to me, I would not be okay.
Yeah, no, like that would hurt like hell. But also think
100%.
about it long term though. Like think about it like a couple years ahead. I think, I mean, who knows? Maybe you'll find your plus plus here, and they'll find like they have their plus plus there.
That's true.
Like the thing is, like that overall, everybody's happier. Later, not now. Like right now, you're dying. But
no, bro. It like again, like I'm saying, if it happened to me, I would not let it happen.
You're not let it happen?
I would not let it happen.
What?
Because
But that's your definition.
It's my definition of love. But that doesn't mean that like other things. Because I said my definition of love, emotional and chemical reactions aside.
Yes.
Right? If I add those emotional things,
oh, it's hard to say no. Then
yeah.
I also like it's really hard because like you can't just like. I mean, it's really hard for someone to just be like a plus plus version of you, for example. Like they can't like they're gonna have their flaws.
Again, it's completely hypothetical.
Yeah,
right?
like but I think in the real world though, it's uncommon. I feel like for that to happen unless like that person like they choose that, right? I don't know if that makes sense. Like they chose that.
I understand. Yeah.
Like they chose to go like pursue that plus plus person.
Yeah.
And
they call you up and they're like, hey, I know we're doing long distance.
Yeah, you get
it's
that
a little
call.
hard. I find this dude very U plus plus.
I mean, he's got U vibes, but he's got the plus plus.
But he also makes 8 figures.
Yeah, he makes 8 figures, and like he drinks lots of water. I don't know. Like
yesterday, he told me he was on 8 liters. He got water poisoning, bro. I think you're out.
He got water poisoning, though. So I think we got to get back.
Fuck me. But yeah, no, like love is a hard one. That question is a hard one.
Why would you ask me that?
I'm sorry.
Now I'm sad.
Well, I mean, again, like knowledge creates pain, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to experience that, but I feel like now that it's like up in the light, we're just in more pain.
We're just in more pain. Oh man, yeah. So knowledge is pain. Are you talking? So I mean, another thing that goes into knowledge is pain. I think is the more you learn, the more that it kind of hurts. Like let's go like to ignorance is bliss on the opposite end, right?
Yeah, 100%. Take it like this: when you're a child, you have like the time of your life. You're always smiling. You're always laughing. You're doing like the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
The only time that you would ever cry or feel pain is when you get hurt, when you like hit something, or like if you do something stupid and your parents whoop your ass. Like it's it's these specific things that kind of like trigger that pain. So say, you know, I'm a child, I'm an infant, I'm running around, I'm having a blast, I fall, I get hurt, but I'm still smiling, I'm laughing.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'm a teenager with fucking girl drama and shit.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean? Like I met a girl, she broke my heart, now I'm hurt because I have that knowledge.
Bro, she won't even text me hearts anymore.
Bro, she said I can't believe we were so down bad in junior high.
So down bad in junior high.
And to this day we are still down bad. It's crazy.
What? No,
I'm down. No, not my bad. Sorry for grouping you with us. Okay, me and the boys, we down bad.
It doesn't mean that like once you're 20, like you got it. Like, dude, it's people in their 40s in this situation like this, right?
Oh no,
like,
for sure.
Age doesn't really matter in that kind of thing. Like, I mean, I just got lucky. Sure, we'll say that. Like, but
you get there when you get there, right?
Yeah, like you get there when you get there. Like,
but yeah, no, opportunities come your way.
I mean, okay, when you hit 25 though, that's when your brain that's your personality is like formed there.
Yeah,
like. I mean, we're 22. We're still in the age where we're still very influenced. I mean, like, look at me. Even a year ago, I was a whole different person.
Yeah, for sure.
But then yeah, eventually you'll stop. But then
Yeah.
I mean, you can still learn. You choose to learn.
For sure.
But then like you start learning more and more. But then like, the more you learn, it gets kind of sadder because like you start realizing like you start like, oh, like look how much corruption there is. And,
There's
look,
exactly.
like look, it's just like there's so many things that are just nothing's fair, man.
Nothing's fair at all. It never is. But I feel like it's the ability to accept and like be able to cope with it.
Yeah.
Again, it's a dumb quote, but it's about being able to dance in the rain. With that is our conclusion to our podcast. Thanks for watching, guys.